How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RuffledRowlit, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today we have a little bit of a shorter video about some things that I want to cover. The first thing is going to be a debunk, and the second thing is going to be an actual hint that might be existing as well. And I thought we'd take a look at that and talk about it. So let's start with the first thing here today, which is going to be something that was sent to me by an individual on Twitter by the name of Carter, who wanted my feedback on a certain topic. So let's jump over to that right now, shall we? So here it is, guys. This was sent to me by Carter, and he just wanted my opinion on this, which was one of those 4chan posts. I mean, you guys see a million of these every day. There's so many of them, it's ludicrous. And he sent it to me, and I was taking a look at it, and he also did point out that this sounds fake, but I don't know if you could take a look at it. That would be nice. I kind of want to know your opinion on it, because it sounds interesting. And I took a look at the actual thing here. There's an image here included as well, and I'll talk about that image in a second, but I'll read through what it says here, and you guys can make your own assumptions, but I'll already tell you now that I don't think this is real, but I'm still going to read through it. If you don't want to listen to me read this part, just skip away from this until you see something else on the screen, because I'm going to be covering a different topic in a second that's far more important. But here's what this person said though. Pokemon, hello, this is my first time ever posting on a board like this. I'm literally unsure of why I'm even doing this, blah 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 blah, considering I'll be spreading confidential information, but I have a reason for doing so, and I said I would follow through. My name, how I got this information, and where I work is also confidential. I understand this is an anonymous board, but there are some ruthless people out there who will come after me for spreading this. Anyway, for now, just call me Insomniac, as I'll be updating you guys more and more. Just remember my name. If I uploaded it correctly, the first thing that you guys should have seen is a picture of a new starter Pokemon for Generation 8. Now, right here, this is fake. This is fake because this is a Fakemon made by a designer on the internet. This guy, I mean, I've seen this Fakemon before, and I think even if we try to do a little bit of reverse searching here, just to kind of get this across, we should be able to find where this comes from, because I've seen this image before. It's nothing new, to put it bluntly, and this is, just old things. It's an old image we've seen like ages ago. And we even saw it like back, before, I guess Sun and Moon even came out. I think that's, actually no, before Ultra Sun and Moon came out. I think we saw it back then as well. And it was included alongside these. And these were confirmed fake, okay? I actually think I know the guys who made them. I think I talked to the guys who made these. These are for a fan game. So just so you know, this is fake. This image is not from a new Pokemon. This whole 4chan post is just BS. Big old bullshit. Don't believe that one. So just want to debunk that real quick. I guess we were able to do it right now because I actually know the guys who made that. I just forgot about it, but I recognized it as soon as I saw the little pig Pokemon or the little cow or whatever. But I just want to mention that real quick. So that was the first thing. Now the more important thing, and also again, thank you to Carter Smith for sending this my way. I get that he wants to, to hear my thoughts on it, and there you go. There's my thoughts. Thanks so much for sending that. But let's get to the next thing here, which was sent to me by Tiago Ferreira. And he sent me this saying that the UK, with the quotation marks, UK region was already hinted on in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon games. Just a cool thing to share. Hope you have a great day. And what he's talking about is that in the Ultra Sun and Moon games, right here, I don't know if you guys can see that, it's really small, but there's actually that island with the calendar and stuff. It's actually in the games right here. It's in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Now, I'm not sure if it was in Sun and Moon. I don't think it was in Sun and Moon, but it was in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And now, a lot of people have been saying and using that as an argument that, oh, the calendar is just an old asset. The calendar is just an old asset. It doesn't mean it's related to new games. It doesn't mean it's a hint. But wait a minute. Do you guys remember this? If you remember this, then you know that that's an incorrect statement when people say that this thing doesn't mean anything. Because this is the strange souvenir. Now, the strange souvenir was hinting at Sun and Moon. This was hinting at Alola and a future region, okay? And it was hinting at it already back in Generation 5, okay? It was hinting at it back in Gen 5. Actually, if we go down here, I think we can see where, you can pretty much, actually, I think you also get it in Sun and Moon, right? So, actually, yeah, no, so sorry, Gen 6, that's when it was hinted. But I think also there was like another item similar to it, though, that could be achieved, like, in other manners. But, sorry, Generation 6, I was saying Generation 5. Generation 6, and then also in Generation 7 it showed up again. But here you go. So, for example, a strange souvenir serves no practical purpose other than to be sold. An ornament depicting a Pokemon that is venerated as a protector in some region far from Kalos. And that's literally what it is, It's from Alola. It's literally like a little tiki statue or souvenir type of thing, you know what I mean? This is literally what it's called. And the same thing can be said about the crown in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee right now. There's a crown which symbolizes monarchy, right? And that would make sense with the UK, because the UK has been ran by a monarch for their whole, essentially, history, pretty much, but different monarchs. and their current monarch is also still there. Maybe doesn't have that big of an influence still, but, you know, is still there as a representative, and still highly regarded. So the point I'm trying to get across is that just because this was in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, if anything, that just strengthens the theories and the hints, or this that strengthens the theory that this is a hint. That just strengthens it rather than diminishing it, which is far more interesting when you think about it, right? That is far more interesting and far more likely than at that point, and makes it far more interesting. Now, the thing, though, is we're assuming that this island is the UK, but we don't know that, okay? We just do not know what this island is. We do not know if this is the UK, we do not know if this is, like, fucking the Bahamas, or some part of, like, some island in the South Pacific or some shit. I don't know. I mean, it's South Pacific? What am I saying? Like, we don't know if this is like a specific island anywhere in the world. We are assuming it's the UK, because at least I was, because that's what it looked like to me somewhat. Other people are saying it looks like Bahamas. Some people are saying it looks like something totally different. It's impossible to know. It's impossible to know because we're going into it blindly. We're going into it without any freaking, you know, prior knowledge or prior, you know, experience of knowing what this could be. So please keep that in mind as we're doing this, because it's a hard time knowing exactly what it could be. But due to the fact that there seems to be a lot of hints, a lot of, you know, pointing towards, a lot of things pointing towards the UK, that's what most people feel like is the most likely one. But it's not guaranteed. Please, for the love of God, please, guys, because a lot of people just go with the assumption and just kind of run wild with speculation and just don't stop for a minute to think. But think about it. This is not guaranteed. This is just speculation. Literally, it could be China. It could be Japan. It could be South Korea, for all I know. It could be bloody, you know, the US again. It could be some other place. We don't know. We're just making theories and hints, you know, looking at hints and making theories. We're making theories, looking at hints, and talking about speculations, right? That's what we're doing. We're trying to figure out what this could be without really any substantial knowledge or substantial, you know, thing to base it off of, you know, to go off of. We have not much to work with. We're going with a small amount of things and trying to work with that, which is a little bit of a problematic thing trying to do, but we try our best at least with it and try to do what we can. So like I said, though, a lot of people are trying to say that this doesn't mean anything now and that this is discounted it. If anything, I think it's actually reaffirming it, because why would they include that same calendar, specifically that same calendar, as an asset in Let's Go Peach, Let's Go Eevee? There are barely any other assets from Sun and Ultra Sun and Moon that I can think of that are in Let's Go, because most of the assets in Let's Go that are in the overworld and stuff, and, like, you know, in buildings and stuff, are for the most part new, and far more, you know, upscaled and whatnot. But why is this one the one that we see again? And also, this one is right here on this specific, like, shelf here. Now, on this shelf, it specifically talks about Pokemon being able to travel to, you know, time. Some Generation 3 Pokemon are mentioned, and, like, how they can do certain things, which is really strange that there are so many mentions of, like, time travel and etc, etc, right there on that, in that bookshelf. And right in front of it here, we see a map showing us some random island, or random big island and a small one right next to it. Very odd, very strange, and very curious. And then, of course, this same calendar ends up in Let's Go Peach, Let's Go Eevee, which is strange, you know, it's very strange. But then again, it could also mean nothing. It could be that the island thing doesn't mean anything, and we won't be getting anything majorly, you know, important from it, and that it's not going to be anything substantial. But I just want to talk about it because you never know. Like, with these things, you never know. We've seen hints in the past. We never thought anything about them. And guess what? We ended up getting regions based on those. And, hey, we never know. I mean, honestly, if they did Alola based on Hawaii, which is just a state in the US, then I'm curious about, like, you know, what they could do, you know, with other places in the world. They could make, you know, something based on a single city. You know, just one single city. They can make a whole region based on it. So you never know. This next region could be based on specifically just one city in the UK. Like, I don't know, London specifically, right? It could be based on just on that, but I don't think so. But I'm just giving you a little bit of a general idea of what I'm trying to get across here. It's just like a little bit of a, rather than a concept, it's just a little bit of a theory, or rather, you know, just a little bit of a thing to think about, because you never know with this sort of stuff. And I'm going to just check through something real quick just to see if there is any stuff to mention, because there has been happening a lot of stuff with merchandise. I've noticed recently there's a lot of merch, Pokemon related stuff that's been coming out, but either way. So, as I mentioned, guys, this is debunked. We already know that that was not real. it is fake because the guy literally used a fake command that's already been confirmed fake. And of course, we have also this, which we now talk about. We've described it, we've gone through it. There's nothing really else to say about it. And that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, then drop a like down below. And I hope you guys, you know, want to see more videos like this. Definitely been a very weird, strange time right now. A lot of weird hints towards the UK, but nothing substantial that we can, you know, kind of just run with and 100% be guaranteeing it ourselves with. But either way, guys, I've got another fan game video coming out probably tomorrow. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that. It's a 3D fan game and a bunch of other stuff coming our way very soon as well. More top 10s coming. I know those don't do too well. People don't really watch them, but some people do enjoy them, so I'll keep making those videos for those people. So thank you so much for watching, though. My name is RuffledRowlit. Have yourselves a great day, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.